Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Carver here, and in today's module we're going to be talking about support and resistance. Now, support and resistance is honestly probably one of the most basic yet important things for you to be able to learn in your trading career. Guys, support and resistance identifies levels where price typically changes directions. What I'm going to be doing in this video is showing you, first of all, what is support and resistance, how to identify it, how to draw it on your charts, and then what we're going to do is go through and start to talk about some market structure as well. So follow me along, guys, in this video. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Go ahead and take this time to go ahead and subscribe, turn on your notifications. I'm going to be putting out a lot more content like this for you guys. So let's go ahead, let's jump into the video. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be going over support and resistance. Again, these are levels where price typically changes directions. In this example, I went ahead and highlighted a couple of areas, and we're going to be talking about these types of areas that you see here on this chart. Let's go ahead and break down a few different scenarios for you guys, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into the live charts. All right, guys, here we are. We have our first example here. And in this market, this is going to be what we call ranging. This is going to be the market that you're typically going to see most, where prices just moving sideways, right? Going up and down, bouncing between our support and our resistance levels here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to break this down for you guys. So as you see up top here, we have what's considered to be our resistance. This is going to be our ceiling, or sometimes you'll even see as a supply zone, right? This is going to be where sellers are in control. You're going to have a surplus of sellers. You're going to see a lot more selling power than you would have within a bull market. So you come down to our bottom example here, where you see where price is rejecting. This is going to be our floor, our support level. This is where we have a surplus of buyers, and examples you will see as our demand zone, right? And we're going to jump into this, guys. So we have three markets, right? The market moves sideways like this. You'll see the market moving up, and you'll see the market moving down. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, I'm going to show you guys exactly what this would look like. So here, we have our support, we have our resistance. This is our ranging market, right? Where we're in consolidation. Price is just moving up and down. Think of it like a bouncy ball bouncing off of our floor, coming up, hitting our ceiling, hitting our floor, hitting our ceiling, hitting our floor, hitting our ceiling, coming down, hitting our floor, hitting our ceiling. You're going to see this a lot within the markets, and you're going to see a lot of examples of it, and we'll break this down for you. But eventually it does break through our support, our resistance levels. Now, for some reason, most people go wrong is they believe that support and resistance levels are magically the strongest thing on earth and do not seem to break. Guys, they continue to trade them over and over, expecting to win all day long, and that is simply incorrect. Support and resistance levels do break, and in fact, they break often. But when price breaks through a resistance level, we look for resistance to then turn into our support. Let me go ahead and give you an example of that now. Here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, an example where price is coming through and it is ranging and then breaking through our resistance and creating a new support. So let's go ahead and break this thing down. As you see here on the left hand side, we have price coming into our channel, hitting our support, pushing up, hitting our resistance, pushing down, hitting our support, pushing up, hitting our resistance, pushing down, hitting our support, then picking up enough orders to push all the way up through and breaking through our resistance, coming up and creating a new higher high. And what I mean by this is, as you can see, this high right here is actually higher than our previous high. Then it comes down, pushes down to what was once known as our resistance, which is now turned into our support, creating a higher low. And what we would be looking for is price to continue up, pushing up past that previous high, creating another higher high. And as you can see in this example, we have price coming into our channel here, it's contracting, it's hitting our support, pushing up, hitting our resistance, then coming down and hitting our support, pushing up, grabbing that resistance, and it's in fact picking up enough sell orders to push all the way down, break through our support, come down, create a new lower low, then pushing back up to what was once our support, now turned to resistance, creating a lower high. What we'd be looking for then is price to respect that, push down, and create a new lower low. And we'll go through these examples here of both bull and bear market now. When it comes to a bull market, guys, when price continues to make higher highs and higher lows, it is considered to be in a bull market or an uptrend, right? As you can see here on the bottom left hand side, we have price coming out of a channel, pushing down to our support, and then breaking through that resistance and creating a higher high. From there, that price comes down, it retraces a little bit, finds that support, creates that higher low, pushes up and creates a new higher high. From there, we're coming down, we retrace back again, we find that structure level there, which creates our higher low, pushes up, creates a new higher high. Now it is at this point that we see price come down, and instead of creating a higher low, it in fact creates an equal low, pushing up, creating a lower high. Now it is at this point that the sellers are taking over control. It finds that resistance, it pushes down, it breaks past the neckline of our head and shoulders pattern here, coming down and in fact creating a lower low. From there, we see it push up, creates a lower high. Guys, I want to point out, right? When price is no longer creating higher highs and higher lows, it may be turning into a bear market. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and show you an example of what that looks like today. When the market continues to make lower highs and lower lows, it is considered to be in a bear market or a downtrend. So in this example, you can see we have price here on the left-hand side coming through, creating equal highs, equal lows, just sitting there contracting, it's ranging, consolidating, right? Now at that point, we'd be looking for price to either break up or break down. Now as we see here, price continues to push all the way through our support, comes down, creates a lower low. Now at this point, price pushes up, creating a lower high, hitting that resistance level, which was once support, pushing all the way down and creating a lower low. Now it's at this point we see price come up, hits a lower high, pushes down, creating a lower low. Coming through, pushing up, creating an equal high, coming down, retracing just a little bit, and in fact creating a higher low. It is at this point we see price push up, breaks through the neck of our inverse head and shoulders, creating a higher high. Now guys, when it comes to a bear market, when price is no longer creating lower highs and no longer creating lower lows, and in fact it's creating higher lows and higher highs, that is when we're going to see it flip to that bull market. So let's go ahead guys, let's jump into the charts and let's show you how to find support and resistance real time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on TradingView. We have pulled up the UCAD chart. This is the United States dollar and the Canadian dollar on the 4-hour time frame, meaning that each and every single one of these candlesticks represents 4 hours of price action. Now, before we go in and I really show you how to mark out levels of support and resistance, I want to show you where most traders fail. And what they'll do is they'll come through here and they're told, oh, you got to mark each and every level of support and resistance. They'll come in, they'll say, hey, let me grab this. Oh, got a good one here. Got to grab that. Let me grab this. Oh, can't forget this one. Got to grab that as well. Might as well grab that there. Oh, got to come in, grab this, grab that. And they'll come in and they'll literally just mark out each and every area where price is rejected. And I don't know about you, but I can't understand what's going on with this chart like this. I get, like a headache, guys, looking at this stuff. Like, I get confused. So what I'll do is I'll go through here and I'm going to remove the drawings. I'm going to show you how you go through and really mark out the levels and how I go through and I do it as well. So when I'm just marking out just pure levels, I'll come in and I'll say, all right, this area here was used both as support and resistance, right? So this is a good level down here. You can come in and I'll show you another one. We got this down here. Now, in our first example in this video, we were going through and we were talking about a ranging market. This is what that would look like. Just continuously bouncing through support and resistance. And it was at this point you can see we broke up out of that level, came up, we retested it, pushed up, retested that level as well, pushing all the way up. Now we come up into the more relevant time frames. We have a nice support level here where price had respected that many times. It broke through, it had an internal battle, some price action in this level area here, and then pushed down. We have the same over here and a support level as well. Came back, retested it, making that big push up. Form this order block here, coming up. Now what I'm going to do is come in a little bit more relevant time frame, right? Come through here. Now what I would like to do is point out a couple levels. We have one up here, right? So we got our swing high on our 4-hour time frame. We have our swing low on our 4-hour time frame. Now we can come in and mark out a couple of levels. Got a good one here, right? It was rejected, broke up through, retested it, pushed up, respected the support there, came up, had that massive bearish engulfing candle, come down, found our level of support again, retesting here, pushing up, boom, coming up and through, and you can do this. So I want to show you a cool little trick that I used to use when I first started off with trading, and that's the ability to switch over to a line chart. Now keep in mind, guys, that a line chart is going to be showing you the close of the candle rather than the entire thing. And you can even come in and adjust them, right? And you can say, okay, you know, this looks a little bit better. But as you come in, you can see this here on the candlestick chart. Now what I want to do is I want to show you guys what happens when we drop to a smaller time frame and show you how these levels are reacting. As we drop down to the 1 hour here on the USD CAD, that's United States dollar, Canadian dollar, we're able to see a few different levels, and what we have the ability to do is we can actually come in and fine tune some of these levels and draw out some additional levels of support and resistance. So here on the hour time frame, I see a clear one here come through. It was used both as resistance multiple times and support coming through here, right? We have some other little levels we can come in. We can see where price had come up. It was creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. What you can do is you can come in and find one of these little levels here. You can see what would be best, right? So you can take a look here. Recently we had this level used as both resistance and support. You can come in, you can see there's a lot of price action around these levels. If you guys paid attention to my video on how to read candlesticks, you'll be able to understand a lot of these close and opens of these candles. There's a lot of real good price action through here, so I wouldn't want to miss out on this level as well. Before we go ahead and wrap this up, I want to show you a couple more tricks, right? If you look over on the right hand side of our screen, you see these numbers, and this is going to be essentially the exchange rate. Now what I want to point out is you see these whole numbers here. The banks love to trade these whole numbers here. So as you see this, I like to round it to the nearest whole numbers. So 25, 30, 35, right? Being able to go through and you see this. Now what's cool is we drew our lines and you have the ability to double click and it's going to ask you for the coordinates. So this one we can round up here to 25. We got one up here, say 22. What I would probably do is round this down to say 20. Now you take a look at these levels, right? And the banks, the institutions, your institutional traders, they love trading these whole numbers here. And you'll see a lot of these institutional levels. Now another thing I want to point out is if we come back here to our 4-hour chart where we had originally drew these white lines, I want to show you a couple things, because when we first drew it, we had only drew it from this level here. Now what I want to show you is how price has memories. And if you see the same level where we rejected here, price was used as a support over here, but above that price hadn't seen this area since 2018, and it was this top level here was last used as a support. You can come over, you can see we have some resistance, some more support, more resistance. Guys, take a look at these levels. Price has memories. You come through here, these same levels were being used back in 2017 and 2018. All right, guys, hopefully you were able to get some value from this video. If you're still watching at this point, it's probably because you like this. I'm going to be putting out a lot more videos like this, and if you do need to learn some more, maybe you want to understand how to read a candlestick, I'll have a video for you here. If you want to go ahead and subscribe, we'll have that for you right here. Go ahead and turn on notifications. We'll be putting out a lot more value for you. And then we also have our entire playlist for Forex education and basics of trading Forex. I'll put that right over here for you as well. Guys, I hope you appreciate this video. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching this long. Go ahead and give a like. Let me know in the comments what you liked about this video. Go ahead and subscribe. There's going to be plenty more.